love that intro. Y'all did so great on that for me. All right, so I'm sitting here. I'm rocking my Twilight Zone shirt. So if we're talking Twilight Zone, you got to have some sci-fi, baby. So let's have some sci-fi. This is in Tim's honor because Tim loves him some sci-fi. And you know what?
I'm excited.
When you can't find your way, and you're in a different part of the solar system, you might find yourself on the Lost Planet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is an Eclipse miniseries, Lost Planet 1. So kind of a cool cover there.
I dig that. Who's the artist on that cover?
I'm not even sure. I was looking to see. It's not Stevens, but it's pretty damn cool.
Al, you want to do due diligence on that?
I like how they have right in the top center of it where it says miniseries number 1 of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally it's kind of off to the side, or nowadays they don't even put it on there.
Wow.
So that's an Eclipse book, and this is I'm gonna guess it's like 84 or so.
Yeah.
So here's Lost Planet. Let's see if I see an art. I can almost see a signature there, but I don't recognize it. Lost Planet 2.
That's great.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Giant praying mantises. Manti.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the plural cell?
Manti.
That?
You know what? If you're a praying mantis, it sucks to be a male.
It does.
Right, as soon as you have sex, you're still in the afterglow. The goddamn wench bites your head off. That just ain't good. That ain't right. Lost Planet, Bohampton. That's
Bohampton. Okay.
Bohampton.
There's
nice.
There's 5. So I don't have all the issues. I've got 3 of them. So I need to get what is that? 3, 4, and 6, I guess. Yep,
I think out of the ones you've shown, issue 2 is my favorite.
Issue 2 with the praying mantises.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that just looks cool.
I think so too. I think I like 1 the best.
I like 1.
Yeah.
The guy in the middle kind of reminds me of Cabby from DC.
Yeah.
Was it Space Cabby?
Space Cabby, yep, Space Cabby, who also had rocked the go-go checks on his cab. All right. You know, it's one thing to have terrors in 1 dimension, 2 dimensions, but when you got 3-dimension alien terror.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
My Lord. Gary.
Do we have? Okay.
Oh, yes, we do, Sal. Yes,
I'm not gonna say
it. She's got scales covering her, whatever those are, alien breasts.
Those are suction cups.
Those are suction cups. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna
best cover of the night.
Those are suction C cups, maybe D cups.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that your copy does have the 3D glasses with it.
Well, how else can you see the 3D breasts? Yeah.
Oh my! Imagine being the dudes on that ship and walking down that walkway and looking out the window and seeing that.
Yeah.
My Lord. Fellas, we're gonna die. We're done. That's it. All right, I'll see you later.
Good night.
All right, so this was a 5-issue series, and I only have issue 5 so far. I'll get the other 4. But Wally Wood was a famous EC comic artist in the 50s, and he does a lot of sci-fi. So Eclipse had him do some. They had a series, World of Wood. So that's great Wally Wood sci-fi. Listen.
That's got
Sal. That's what they were doing with the title of that. Dealing with the world of wood. Yeah. Sal, don't get splinters with all that wood. There you go. You're gonna need bigger hands, Bougie. I hear that, baby.
Lord.
World of Wood.
Hey, what a way to go.
What a way to go. Yep.
Wow.
Wood. All right. So those are just some random randos there, but I'm going to show you a complete run now. So
I hope Jamie uses the 3D one as the cover for the thumbnail.
Yeah, I have to take a picture. You want me to use the 3D one?
Well, I don't know if he'll do it or not, but I hope he does.
I was thinking about number 1 here of Alien Worlds that went. So I'm going to show you the Alien Worlds that went 12 issues, and then there's 9 issues, and it ends with a 3D issue that I don't know if he could show that either. So here we go.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, Alien Worlds #1. That is so cool, and that's by Pacific. And this is
Nice.
That is a great cover, though.
Cheeto,
Wow.
Cheeto, something like that. But that
Funny that it says PC in the corner because it definitely is not.
no, yeah, yeah. All right, we love some Dave Stevens, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good cover.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, and all the Dave Stevens covers, that's one of the ones I think that's on the more affordable side.
It is. And this one's in pretty good. All these are in great shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yep. So 1980. This is an 82.
You gotta love those obscure indie titles. Yeah.
Listen, I love the 80s indie stuff. Pacific, Eclipse, First Comics. Dan had for question of the day the other day was, what's your favorite indie title? And for me, it's First Comics. Always will be. So here's a advanced now. Here's #3, Alien Worlds.
Oh, that's cool.
And it kind of makes me wonder, like, who owns the rights to all these things, too, because a lot of those companies, like you said, would have ongoing series. It wouldn't just be miniseries. So
these were ongoing, and these books are very much in the style of what EC was doing in the 50s with their sci-fi stuff, very much. And these books, for those of you that care, there is nudity inside. So if you like nudity, more adult content, you were getting it in these books. It's never too late to have some more Dave Stevens.
Alien Worlds loves their short animal alien sidekicks.
Yep, they sure do. So this is another great Dave Stevens.
Wow, that's cool.
Like I said, it'd be nice to know who has the rights to all this stuff, because it would be cool to see collected volumes, or just for some of these characters that had these, these ongoing books that lasted for a while. Like, hey, bring them back. Like, we all know what happened to Malibu. Marvel just buried that, but so much other good stuff out there.
How about #5?
Wow,
that's cool.
Yeah, and look, the other chick got her whole face caved in. That ain't good.
Now that is a classic look right there.
That's a classic sci-fi look with the antenna on top of the
Yep. And
bubble.
I like how the logo Alien Worlds, it's see-through, so you can see the image kind of behind it. Yeah.
Check out Pam's comment, Gary.
Oh, Pam, you and I are probably of the same vintage, my dear. We were I loved First Comics. I sure did. Grimjack, John Sable.
Wow.
I think Star Slayer ended up moving there, I think. American Flag. Really love First. Oh, this one. God, 6. These are so good. I it's hard for me to even turn them to you to show them, because I just want to look at them.
Wow. There is nothing left to the imagination on that one.
Oh yeah.
She's not wearing much.
Bougie, what was that comment you put up for Do You Know? Why don't you go ahead and throw that up there again?
What Bougie said.
I don't know. What talking about?
Bougie, the fat bottom girls comment.
Fat bottom
there you go.
They make the
There you
go
go. Yeah.
Fat bottom girls, they make the alien world go round.
I wonder if she fell off her bicycle.
Yeah. Get on your bike and ride.
During a race.
So we saw some racy ones. Let's just show one that's kind of sweet.
Oh.
A girl hugging a robot.
What do you know?
Yep.
But yeah, the old independent books, they've definitely, I mean, they still do, but they definitely used to like stand out themselves too. I remember just picking up random issues of, stuff from like Dark Horse or, Miss Mystic from whatever.
Oh yeah, Neil Adams, the Pacific. That was Pacific.
TJ, I don't know if he was a first comic or not.
I believe he was. I believe the Badger was first. The Badger was first. And Jack Kirby had one, Captain Victory in the Galactic Rangers.
Yeah.
Yep. Works on aliens too. That's right.
It does.
So I guess, I would assume that the creators of those characters own the rights to them, but as you saw with Grimjack, that could be stuff that's tied up.
Yeah, it was tied up, even though Ostrander and Truman owned the rights. It was still tied up. Yeah, there a lot of problems there. I love the silvery lean to the alien worlds. How it's kind of like a foil cover. It's not, but it kind of has that gleam of the foil cover. So that's simple. So
it's great.
That kind of reminds me of like a cover you'd see on a Isaac Asimov book.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And these. So here's issue 8. It's so good.
Oh,
That's cool.
I like that one.
That reminds me of the old B science fiction movie posters from the 50s and 60s.
So at the Alamo here, at the end of August, Mike and I are going to see one of the greatest. Yep, good job, him. One of the greatest sci-fi movies of the 50s is Them. If y'all haven't seen it, about the giant ants, and it's spelled THEM exclamation point. Them, so good. Yeah,
That's
but
wonderful.
the poster, the original poster, that is great. But that's just a classic sci-fi movie poster, isn't it? Right there.
Yep, sure is. You know what you're getting into when you read that.
Yep.
Like before they did the movie, the old Mars Attack trading cards.
Yep. All right, this is issue 9. This is the last issue of the regular run here.
Wow.
Nice.
Eclipse. Now it's Eclipse because so they kept the numbering. Them was such a trip. Yes, it was, Chris. Them is great. James Whitmore was so good in that. The Badger. Yeah. So I love this cover. I really. And
that is a great painted.
The alien worms getting getting shot through there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're always after the women, Yeah. Always after the women. All right, here we go. This is one that maybe Jamie could use. Maybe he can't. Perhaps it's phallic. I don't know. It's 3D.
Go ahead.
It's rising.
Uh-oh. 3-dimensional alien worlds.
Ooh.
My Lord.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
She's eyeing them up and looking at that rocket. Being like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, they can't do anything for me, but the rocket might.
She's looking at them like, which one to use the pilot for this thing?
Yeah. And somebody needs to blast off. All right.
Hear me out, gentlemen. I have a thought. What do you think?
So, 3-dimensional alien worlds.
Wow.
All right. So which one do we need Jamie to use for thumbnail?
The one that won't get us in any trouble. Probably the bug getting shot in the head.
Nah, I go with the butt shot one.
That won't get us in trouble.
Or do we want one of the Dave Stevens? I mean, I don't think they'll get you in trouble.
Well, I think he's just going to take the title anyways, but
that won't get you in trouble.
Yeah, Dave Stevens.
I mean,
what's
Dave
Whitney
Stevens is
Smith
popular.
say here?
I saw somebody post something on some comic page the other day. They're like, "Why, this book? Like, why is this book, so $50 on eBay?" And it's just this, and I was like, "Dude, it's a Dave Stevens cover."
Oh yeah,
Stevens cover, it's money. Doesn't matter what the book is.
And it was amazing that Dave Stevens covers didn't really take off till like 10 years after he died, which kind of surprises me.
And what's even more so is it's his covers, except for the Rocketeer ones.
Yeah.
Like the Rocketeer ones are, of all of his stuff are far and away the most affordable ones, while also being, the thing he's most for.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just the way he draws women. Tim, I'm going to tease you with something. I don't have a complete run of this yet, but when I do, you'll get to see alien encounters.
Oh, a new beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Whitney, the Joe Palooka comic cover you're talking about with commie torture and a hypodermic needle. I am curious to know what issue number that is and what the title is, so I can look at that and see. But all right, Gary, that showcase was scientific. It was amazing.
It was out of this world.
It was 110%. Thank you very much for doing that tonight. That was wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love this type of content, please make sure and hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow. We've got something. We want to give it to you. Gary, what would that be?
Oh, at this channel that we love so much, the CODEX station, all the hosts you see We have all the socials. We're practically dripping with it. And we would like to do nothing more than give them to you, baby.
There you go. Please, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite social media platform and where we're live streaming right now. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss content like this all the time.
That's right.
Every time.
Every time.
And you can head over to thecodexstation.com to get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, anybody got anything else?
I was going to say, I just looked up the Joe Palooka thing.
Joe Palooka 67. Right on. I'm going to check that out as soon as we go off air. Gary has a Twilight Zone shirt. What's his thoughts and everyone else's on Serling's other hit, Night Gallery? Never saw Night Gallery.
Bougie Night Gallery was pretty cool. So from what I understand with Night, now I'm a huge Rod Serling fan. He's one of my favorite writers. Twilight Zone is my favorite show. Matter of fact, and I have friends that once a month we get together for a Twilight Zone night, and we just did that tonight. And I curate the episodes, and so we just had a great conversation talking about the episodes and how influential that show is on modern culture. And it's amazing how many shows and how many creators were influenced by that show. So it's amazing. So thank you for the Twilight Zone question. And Serling's a hero of mine. One of the greatest honors I ever had was I had the lead in Requiem for a Heavyweight, and that was what he wrote for a show called Playhouse 90 when they did live dramas on network television in the 50s. And I got to play Mountain McClintock, the lead in Requiem for Heavyweight, and it was a beautiful story of dignity and sacrifice, and by heavyweight that was on the end of his career. Heavyweight fighter. Was wonderful. But Serling went on to Night Gallery and was the host of that, and it was more horror than Twilight Zone was. Twilight Zone had some horror elements, but this was in the early 70s, and Night Gallery had more horror. It was more late because it was like an 11:30 show after the local news show. On weekends, it was a late night show, so there's more horror to it. But I believe on Night Gallery, he was more the host, that he didn't write as many episodes as he did. Thank you, Pam. That he didn't write as many of those episodes like he did in Twilight Zone. In Twilight Zone, it was Serling, it was Beaumont, it was Masterson, that they wrote a lot of the Buck Houghton. But so Night Gallery, I think he was less involved with the writing, and he was more of a host on it. And a tragedy of tragedies, Serling, who we got to give credit to. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
Rod Serling was a World War II veteran, and he was real. And he smoked packs a day. He was like a chain smoker. And what makes you a chain smoker? World War II makes you a damn chain smoker. One of the horrific things there's a great book called Twilight Man that is done in comic form, and it's a biography of Rod Serling. It's called Twilight Man. So look it up, Twilight Man. Wow. It's amazing. One of the horrific things he saw in World War II was a buddy of his got hit by, when they drop supplies to you, a crate hit him and just crushed his head. So it was just even things that are supposed to help you, like air supplies, he saw horrific things. He saw combat, and a lot of his really more personal Twilight Zone episodes, like A Stop at Willoughby and Walking Distance, about a man that's older trying to go home again. When he left for World War II, that was the last time he saw his father. His father died while he was in the war. So there's a lot of nostalgia there. And Serling had all these stories and these tales that he had. A lot of the Twilight Zone, they went sci-fi on it because he wanted to talk about racism and totalitarianism and all these other things that he couldn't talk about in modern terms because the sponsors would have nixed it. But when you put it in the future, you can talk about it. So for the people that saw what he was really writing about, it was really amazing for a lot of those things. Serling died, I believe he was 49 years old, on the operating table. He was getting a heart bypass, and he had a heart attack during the surgery, and he died. Wow. 49 years old. This man had so much gifts, so many stories to give us. And he also wrote the screenplay for the original Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
Yes, he did. So
that's interesting.
That great reveal at the end, I'm pretty sure that was Serling's idea. That great reveal at the end of Planet of the Apes
with the Statue of Liberty.
With the statue, yes. So Rod Serling wrote the screenplay for that. So sorry to go off on a Rod Serling tangent, but he's a hero of mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only on Uncle Gary's Showcase do you get to look at awesome books, but you get a nice, wonderful history lesson about just how important some of the old television shows and writers and stars and narrators are to popular culture and history itself. But
thank you for the question.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here. So once again, my name is Tim the Terrible. There you go, Bougie. Yeah, absolutely. Bougie. My name is Tim the Terrible. This beautiful man over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is Dan the Kelly Art, and right underneath him is the preacher of the lore, the Ric Flair of comic books himself, Uncle Gary. Gentlemen, 2 words, 2 beautiful, sultry, seductive words. What would they be that we need before we get out of here?
Just before we do that, the Twilight Zone, it's done in biography format in flashbacks. It's really interesting. Twilight Man, that's the name of it. Look it up. It's really good. So thank you for that. And if I missed, hopefully there was no gaping holes in my Rod Serling biography. Hopefully it was we covered everything.
I think that it was well stuffed. Absolutely.
Well stuffed.
I'm satisfied.
That's what the ladies usually tell me. It was well stuffed. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next time.
See ya.
Who's beautiful? You're beautiful. I love you.
Hulk 180.
Oh, there you go.